morning, everybody. My name is Heather. I am Wheelhouse Knits. It is Saturday, May 25th, and I am coming to you from just outside of St. John, New Brunswick on the east coast of Canada. It is beautiful and sunny out. Sawyer and I have already been to the bakery. We've been to the farmer's market. He is upstairs playing some Luigi's Mansion with Adam. So I thought I would sneak away and show you what I've been up to, because it's been a little over a month and I have quite a bit to show you. You can find me on Ravelry and Instagram as Wheelhouse Knits. I am in my yarn dungeon in my basement today, so I apologize if the lighting is not what it normally is. And I feel like I keep looking at the cubes and like, is this crooked? Is it? We're just gonna go with it. So yes, we've been to the farmer's market, we've been to the bakery. I had a chocolate croissant, and now I'm just escaping for a little bit. I thought I would do this while I have a chance, and then I want to get outside and enjoy the sunshine, sit on the deck and knit. I have some socks that I'm working on, and I just want to have a lazy day at home. I hope you guys are having a sunny spring day wherever you are and that you get some knitting in. I have a lot of socks to show you. And some of them have been some secret test knits that I've been working on for Nancy that I haven't been able to show. They were for Nit City Toronto, and that happened last weekend. So I get to show them to you today. So without further ado. Okay, I think I was working on these last time. These are a vanilla sock. I knit all my socks on 9-inch circulars. This was a contrast that I just had a mini of in my mini. My minis are all right here. I had a mini in there. I pulled these out. This is Desert Vista Dyeworks, the Knit Lit Chicks, I believe. These are for my mom for her box of socks for Christmas that I'm gonna do. So these are finished. I did 20 rounds on the cuffs. I think I did like 60 rounds on the leg, heel flap and gusset. And I just measured the foot with my sock ruler, and these are actually like identical, even down to the toes. Like, I didn't plan it that way because that's not ever something that really bothers me, but sometimes it just works out. These are pretty much perfect. So those are going to go into her sock box for Christmas. I'm excited about these. I had this would have been my third pair done for her, but I gave her a pair for Mother's Day, the Shortie leftover Christmas pair that I've knit before. So this will be her second pair now. So those are getting tucked away for her. My second finished object, I wish you could squish these because they're so squishy. This was a kit that I got from Homespun House, or a sock set, I should say. It is Dancing in the Street, and it was definitely a splurge purchase. It came with the two minis, so it came with this like teal and this coral color. And see if you can, it's like this bright pink speckle. I love these. These are for me. This is the Rhinebeck Roomies pattern by Litton of the Crazy Sock Lady. I really loved this pattern. I like an intuitive pattern that breaks up a vanilla sock but you don't have to think about, and this was exactly that. I think it's I want to say maybe like a 6-round repeat. I can't remember. It's a paid for pattern, but she has a sale on right now because Summer Sock Camp, which is her summer knit along that she runs, just started yesterday. So she has a discount on all of her patterns going right now. And I think Summer Sock Camp runs until the end of August. So if you're looking for a pattern sock, this was a really good one. So these are for me. and I've got the leftovers on the needles as a whip. Okay, next one. These were my April socks, which got finished in early May. I didn't get these done in the month. I've been trying to knit a pair a month. So these are Vanilla Dip sock set by Full Moon Fibres with the hot pink and the neon yellow. These are as bright as they look. I love them. For this one, I did 25 rounds for the cuff, and I think I did 60 rounds for the leg, and then I just use my sock ruler. You do get some pooling here and the other one as well. This does not bother me. They're just socks. So some people don't like that. I don't mind it, so I just went with it. I think I'm gonna use the leftovers from these for summer sock camp because the logo for summer sock camp this year is like vibrant, and a lot of people are using 80s and 90s colored yarns. So I think I'm gonna use these leftovers and knit my mom some shorties because like it's perfect for that. And I'm trying to use more of my scraps, like my leftovers. These are my May socks, which are already done. It's May 25th. These have been done for a while. These are Area 51 and just again a random charcoal mini. These are, I have to look, I can't remember. I Am Fearless. So I did 20 rounds of 2x2 ribbing, heel flap immediately after, and then I knit my foot and just did my toe in the contrast. And this took pretty much my whole 50 gram mini. So these are my May Shortie socks, and I have some Shortie socks planned for summer sock camp. I have these two colorways from Area 51. My favorite color is rainbow, and I survived 2023. So these two are very on trend of like the rainbow, bright, vibrant 80s, 90s colors. So I think I'm gonna do some more shorties of these and use up the 50 grams. So those are my May socks. Those are just a vanilla sock, which I really love, as you can tell. Okay. The next three pairs that I have finished are the socks that Nancy designed around Nit City Toronto. Okay. So the first pair, these are the Big Smoke socks by Nancy Wheeler of Knit Sit Happy. This yarn is Deborah from Yarn Indulgences Marl base. This is Sammy, the colorway Sammy. So these, Toronto's nickname is the Big Smoke, and they've got like these little details here, which kind of remind me of clouds. And then on the back, there is a ribbed, just a little, or not ribbed, but like a pearl. And I just noticed this when I was taking pictures. This sock, second sock. This was the first one. Did it. Forgot to do it. Never noticed until I was blocking these. These are going in Mom's gift pile. She will not care. She is a crafter. She totally understands. This pattern is gorgeous. It is available. Deborah and Nancy did a collaboration for Knit City for these. So it's like the Marl yarn sometimes doesn't work great with pattern socks, but I feel like it really, really works with these. Like you can see that perfectly, because sometimes when people knit a pattern sock with the Marl, it gets lost. this, I feel like it really accentuates it. So I love these. They're going in Mom's box of socks just because I'm trying to give her a good variety of like long socks, shorty socks, pattern socks, vanilla socks. So, and I have so many socks. It's time to share. She does so much for us. Okay. The next pair is also a gift. These are the Lake Ontario socks. So this was a collaboration that Nancy did with Christina from The Creative Knitter. She sent Nancy some yarn and Nancy designed a sock based on that yarn, which was available at Nit City. So it has pop of color here. And these, don't these remind you of waves? So these are the Lake Ontario socks. This was such a simple lace panel, breaks up a vanilla sock, but can easily memorize it. I just love this so much. I did a contrast heel and toe. I chose to do 2 contrasts, so I've got pink and gray going on here. I think the sock calls for 1, but I had 2 that I thought really worked well with this. These are a gift for my aunt. The Fiddlehead Fiber Festival was like a month ago, I think it was in early April, and she babysat Sawyer so that I could go for the night to the Fiddlehead Fiber Festival, because all the fiber festivals are like when Adam is at work, and I haven't been able to go lately, so I really was missing out. So I bought this yarn at the Fiddlehead Fiber Festival. This is Ancient Arts, and it is Beach Pebbles, this colorway. So I bought this at Fiddlehead while I was there. I thought she would like it. She's kind of a neutral person, and I'm going to gift her these. I'm going to drop them off this weekend. I saw her this week. We went to go see a theatrical production of Mary Poppins on Broadway, but I hadn't shown them yet, so I hoarded them so that I could show them, but I really need to give them to her because it's getting like late May. So Lake Ontario socks, Nancy Wheeler. I love them. I will link them. Everything will be linked down below because all of these would make great socks for summer sock camp. The last one that Nancy designed for Nit City. Put a little love in your heart. These are a colorwork sock. My contrast is not doing this justice. So this is Ginger Snap. These are little hearts with pearl bumps. I'm hoping that you can see them, but they're little hearts. And there is 6 minis. This is a Broken Rainbow mini set. And this is Silver Fox from Ginger Snap That. This was a collaboration for Nit City that they did. There are so many different combinations with the minis and the main color, and Leanne, my friend Leanne, knit a beautiful one with like black, I think it was called Onyx, and like a neon mini set. So this pattern, depending on what you use as your main color and your minis, can change. These are like soft and subtle and sweet. Hers are like vibrant, and I love all of them. Yes, so these are Put a Little Love in Your Heart. These are out now. My favorite thing about this sock is this. I am dying. I love the stripes on the foot. It's my favorite, and it was so easy to do. For this sock, Nancy has very clear instructions about how you should handle your yarn because there's a lot of ends. I wove in all of these, and all of these as I went. So the only ends that I had to weave in were for this section right here. I did that for the second sock. For the first sock, I didn't do that. And my friend Christy I do not like weaving in ends. My friend Christy, we came up with a bargain. She wove my ends in on my first sock and she did an incredible job. And I have something I'm gonna do for her because we switched off something neither one of us enjoys. But I don't know why I didn't weave in as I go, because I did for the second one and it could not have been easier. And then I only had these to weave in, which was nothing. And it looks great. You can't tell. She has very, very clear instructions. It's just gorgeous. So that is out now, and there are some mini sets. I'll link Ginger Snap that down below. I'm assuming that there's probably some on the website. Kim and Colin, I know they're traveling right now. Sorry, my foot was asleep. But I'm pretty sure there is some available. So those are my finished objects. So that was 7 pairs of socks. Some of them I have been hoarding because I haven't been able to show them yet until Nit City, but they're out now and I love all of them. And because it's summertime now, all I want to do is knit socks. Okay. Works in progress. I'm going to show you my Scrappy crochet blanket. I do not know how to crochet. I am not very good at it. I have a hard time with the tension. But I started a crochet Scrappy blanket. I saw one by Emma C. Makes, and she had a YouTube tutorial that I followed with much assistance from my crochet coworkers and friends. And I've shown it here once before. And I love it. I can't stop working on it. This is it. This is my crochet Scrappy blanket. So last time I showed this, I was here. And now look at me. Look at me go. It's getting there. It's like, I love it. I love working on it. I find I have to look at it. So this is not something I can work on while I am watching something, but I listen to a ton of audiobooks and I usually try and do a half an hour a day at minimum of an audiobook. So I have been pulling this out and working on it while I listen to my audiobook because I don't have to look at it. So it kind of kills 2 birds with 1 stone. I have my Shroot Farms stitch marker. I don't know if you can see that or not. And this is a linen stitch and I increase on either end. I'll link the tutorial and then it's just back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. It is so simple, even I can do it. Adam made me a magic knot ball. I almost am out. I need him to make me another one. And I'm going to move my marker before I forget so that I can see how much progress I make next time because I am really liking this. I did buy some liquid stitch that I am using on the knots as I go. I did do magic knot. Well, I didn't. Adam made me the magic knot ball. But I get worried that they're going to come loose. So I've been putting some liquid stitch on, like there, I can feel one right there. I've been putting some liquid stitch on the seams when I come to them and then I just crochet them in. But yeah, this is like really, I am loving this. I did not expect it, but I really like it. And tomorrow is Scrappy Sunday, so that's going to get worked on. I didn't originally have a magic knot ball going, and I do have some ends that I have been slowly weaving in here and there. So that is my first thing. My second thing, I will show you. I got a new Studio Britta bag since I've seen you last. I love her bags. This one says Knit and Purl. It has butterfly. I love the little yarn balls. And inside it's like granny square, zipper, sewing, patterns. Anyways, just like all kinds of little words that are crafty. And I am knitting toe-up socks on 9-inch circulars for my mom with my leftovers from my homespun house that I showed earlier. So I have them going concurrently. Woo, sorry. So I have 2 toes, almost a foot. When I am using my leftovers for her, I split them. I do toe ups so that I can knit the leg as long as I have enough yarn, basically. And I do them concurrently so that I can do, like, I do 10 rounds, 10 rounds, 10 rounds, 10 rounds. And then when I'm getting low on yarn, like I've got this left, I pay a little bit more attention to how many rounds, so that I don't, like, that they match. And then I have a whole pair of socks done at once. I did Judy's Magic Cast On for the toe. And then I just have been knitting around and around. These are at 50 rounds. The last pair that I did for her, I did 70 rounds, and then I did a Fish Lips Kiss heel. So that's those. I will do my, I will do my Fish Lips Kiss in this coral colorway, and then I probably will have enough for cuffs in this. I love it, and I love that I'm using every drop of this yarn, and whatever, if there is anything left when I am done, will go into my new Magic Knot Ball. So these are going to be for my mom. And when I gifted her the socks that I gave her for Mother's Day, they were a toe up Shortie pair, which I had done this exact same thing for. And I was like, okay, Mom, like, how do you think these socks fit? Do you like this toe? Do you like this heel? How do they compare to other socks I've knit, which were like cuffed down with a heel flap? And she was like, I have no preference. I like them all. I don't think she has a high instep like I have, so I don't think it matters as much to her. And which is great because now I get to use up all of my scraps. So my next thing I've got is in my Ginger Snap Bat, the office bag, which I love this show so much. And I bought this yarn at Spring Fling. No. I don't know when I bought it. I can't remember. I went with the girls. It was like, I don't know. It was after Christmas. There was like a very small, oh, maybe like the fiber gathering or something. I can't remember. Anyways, I bought it there, and it is Turtle Pearl Yarns, Lady Amaltha. I think that's what it is. It is 2 50-gram rainbow balls, and it comes with a contrast color. You could pick your contrast. A lot of people picked a different color, but I really liked this bright purple. And for this pattern, I am doing Heel Toe Do-Si-Do by Kay Litton, this crazy sock lady, because I love how it works on self-striping yarn. Oh, sorry, let me get this situated. Okay. I just really like how it works on the self-striping. It's just on the front. There's the back. I've got my row stitch counters in. So, Heel Toe Do-Si-Do. This is my first time I'm doing it, but I have a ton of self-striping yarn. Like, this is all self-striping. This is mostly self-striping. This is all nomadic yarn, self-striping. So this, like, I just wanted something different for my self-striping yarn. So I really, really like this. I think it'll work really well. And it's a two row repeat, very easy to remember, easy to read your knitting. So I'm working on those, and I love them. Okay, I have 2 more things. My last socks, I just cast these on this morning. These are the first socks I've cast on for summer sock camp in my very vibrant Mrs. Brown's bags. I think this might be, like, someone correct me. I think this might be Pretty Young Things. I think this is that from Lola Did It, which is this. I think I think this is this. I'm pretty sure. If you've been around for a while and you know, somebody let me know, but I'm pretty sure Pretty Young Things is this pattern, like this yarn fabric. I pulled this out because it's vibrant and bright and might be a potential summer sock camp skein. We'll see. So, in my Mrs. Brown's bags, I just wound this up and cast it on this morning. I am on the cuff. I'm going to do a longer cuff, so I've got like 5 rounds left. This is Yarn Ink. This is very, very deep stash. I feel like maybe this was a mystery skein club. I don't know. It's probably over 5 years old, so I can't speak for sure. But this is Yarn Ink Stellina Electric Avenue. And I have the cuff mostly done. Ooh. Mostly done. So that's how it's working up. Again, this is going to do some crazy pooling. It's going to do some crazy things when I do the heel flap and gusset. I do not care. That does not bother me. And this is kind of giving me an excuse to knit this vibrant, colorful neon yarn that I just don't normally pull to. Like, I like it, but it's just not my absolute favorite. So it's just not something that would be my first choice to grab. So I like that it's kind of giving me time to use that. So that's all my socks that I have on the go. My next thing, I'm already on the struggle bus with it. Yeah, so at the Fiddlehead Fiber Festival, I purchased some of Deborah from Yarn Indulgences. Where'd my tag go? Hold that thought. I can't remember what the base is. I can't find my other skein. I know there's linen in this. I don't know if there's something else. I'll put it down below. Nancy used this to knit a salty RT, and she wore it at the Fiddlehead Fiber Festival, and when she showed it on her podcast, I was like, I need to knit that as a summer garment. I have previously knit the salty RT and I love it, so I was gonna knit this. That was my plans. And I did a gauge swatch. So everybody get off my back, because I did one. I don't normally do one, and by everybody I mean you, Leanne. I did one because I wanted to fit properly. I've never worked with this base before. I just wanted to know how it would work. I did my gauge swatch. I used a 3.25 and 3. I like the drape of the 3.25. I did not get gauge. So I needed to do some sweater math. So I consulted with Nancy. I consulted with Leanne. Adam helped me do some sweater math because my brain, since my concussion, I have a hard time like conceptualizing that a little bit. I have to I need like an emotional support math person to talk through it with, because it hurts my brain. So I need a size 4 finished, which my bust is 44-ish. So the size 4 gives you 43.7 inches finished bust. And I always knit the pattern closest to my bust, and then I can modify it otherwise. But based on my math, I needed to cast on a size 6 for my gauge that I was getting, that I liked the drape of. So I did that, and I did do the cast on that was called for, which this is a paid for pattern, but this cast on is alternating cable cast on, which is super easy. And I did it when I knit my first one. It gives you a lovely cast on edge. And I cast on for the size 6. And this is as far as I got. And then I went, I think this is going to be too big. So I know Nancy had problems with her neckline. When I knit this, it is quite a wide neckline. I don't like a wide neckline. So what my plan is, after further consultation, because this is like a 24-inch circular needle and it pretty much covers the whole needle, and I just think it's going to be too wide. So I'm going to rip this out. I'm going to cast on the neckline for the 4 instead of the 6, do some short rows, increase to what I need to get for the bust after that, and go from there. So it'll be a little bit of an experiment, and it will require some trying on as I go, which is fine because I have barber cords and I can do that. But yeah, this is all I got. And I think it's going to be too big. The cast on is lovely though. It's really like a clean cast on edge. I just don't think it's gonna, I think it's gonna be too floppy, and I hate a loose floppy neckline. So this is gonna get ripped out. I will probably cast it on again today or tomorrow. I just need some time to sit down and focus on the cast on, and I need to find my 16-inch cord. I think I know where it is. But yeah, that Salty Air is coming up, hopefully soon to be finished. Deborah is having a trunk show at our local yarn shop, Cricket Cove, on June 8th. For Worldwide Knit in Public Day, if you are anywhere local to us, we would love to see you. I think this is the first time Deborah's visiting St. John for a trunk show. I'm super excited. Adam is working, but I'm bringing Sawyer. I know Leanne is planning on bringing her boys, so we're gonna shove them in the corner with some Lego, ignore them, and knit. I'm only partially joking. And I really want to have that done. It's very ambitious. I probably won't, especially since I can't stop knitting all the socks right now, but it'll be perfect for the summer. I'm excited for it. I really want to have a finished summer garment. Okay. It has been a while since I've been here, and I have been to a fiber festival since I have seen you. So I have quite a bit of sash enhancement. If you are not interested, I totally get that. Thank you for tuning in for the knitting. And if you want to hang out and see what I've purchased, welcome. Okay. Sorry for the crinkle. The first thing I purchased is from Sadie of Top Sale Canvas. Some of this from Sadie I purchased from her website, and I picked it up from her at the Fiddlehead Fiber Festival. My neighbor's mowing his lawn. I hope you can't hear that. So I love this bag. It is massive. This is what I used to haul all my goodies at the Fiber Festival, and I love it. Now I can hear Sawyer scampering around up there. Sorry. One thing I grabbed, there was our local hospice shop had a market. Michelle from Maple Moose Fibers, she is local to me, and she used to make bags, but she had a resurgence, and she made this drawstring bag, and I love it. I picked that up. This was also one of her bags that I bought as well. So I love this. I picked that up. I also picked this one up for you guys at some point. So that is that. I will show you the other things I've purchased from Fiddlehead. So from Sadie, from Top Sale Canvas, I grabbed this bag here, which even has like a little clip inside. This is full of stuff, so it's hard to show. But there's a little clip inside right here, which I love. I use a lot of stitch markers. It is a drawstring bag. It's canvas, so like you got to break it in. It's like the field bags, which I love the field bags. And once they get broken in, they're so soft and usable. I love them. I love purple. I love navy. So I purchased that. That'll be great for sweaters. I also purchased this from Sadie. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this. This is from Sadie of Top Sale Canvas, and it is an interchangeable needle case. So all of her interchangeable needle cases, she has a ton of different colors on the inside. So this is the one I picked. I love it. Look at, this is because Sadie is a knitter and she knows what she's doing when she designs these things. Cord, like there's so many little pockets to put all your attachments, your cords. I needed a bigger interchangeable needle case because I have one, but it's not big enough. So this is massive. I love it. It folds up. It is nice and compact. It is so well made, and it was very reasonably priced. So Sadie is Topsail Canvas. If you are looking for something for your interchangeable needles or your knitting, I highly recommend. I can't wait to use this. So that's my third Sadie purchase. Next thing I grabbed. Oh, wait a minute. I found it. Silken linen fingering. It is 65% silk, 35% linen. This is what I'm using for my Salty RT. Deborah from Yarn Indulgences, and it is the Wave Crest colorway. So that is the other skein. I should probably put that aside so I don't lose it again. The yardage on this is insane. 490 yards for 115 grams. So that is that. Okay, so from Robin, who organized the Fiddlehead Fiber Festival, is where I purchased the Ancient Arts yarn to make my aunt the Lake Ontario socks. And then I also purchased Lady Balls plus Mauve from the Yarn Therapist. This is self-striping yarn. I couldn't not purchase this because she is a respiratory therapist. So whenever I see this yarn, I have to buy it because that's what I do. And she's a knitter. So this was like a given. So that came home with me from Robin. I need to put this in my lunch bag. It is from the Apron Addict, who is also local. It is for heating. It's like a bowl cozy for heating up in the microwave. I'm bringing this to work with me because I'm tired of burning my hands at work heating my lunch up. One of my coworkers has one, and as soon as I saw this at Fiddlehead, I was like, I need that. I've been waiting for one. So I grabbed this. That is going in my lunch bag. And what else did I get? Oh, from Deborah, I also grabbed some more silken linen, which is the silk and linen. I grabbed the Wisteria colorway, 2 other skeins for another summer tea that I have planned. If I get that one done. I'm being ambitious. But I don't have any of that, so. And then I grabbed a interchangeable needle cable from the Notions Bar, Leanne, for 4.5 to 6.5 millimeters because I didn't have a large one. And then from Wanderlust, ooh, this might work for summer sock camp too. Look at that. I kind of forgot about this. Wanderlust, this is their Magical Murny Superwash Merino Nylon Happiest Yarn. So I love this. It's bright, it's colorful. I might have to leave this out for summer sock camp because I feel like that would be really good. So that is what I grabbed at Fiddlehead Fiber Festival. And I had a yarn delivery while I was there. Laura from Tiny Human Knits, she has seconds. They're not seconds. They were mystery bundles of self-striping yarn. So they're all called Not Quite Right because they're seconds. They're not seconds. I've knit with her seconds all the time. They're beautiful. I love them. I will never say there's anything wrong with them, but they're just not quite right in her eyes. So we benefited from that. So this one, these are 50 grams. So this is why I'm kind of trying to get my Shortie sock recipe. This one is giving me Christmas vibes. I feel like this is like a gingerbread. So this is immediately going to go in my Christmas basket for next year. This one. And I love this too. So this says, this yarn is either a failed trial colorway, skein, or a factory second. It is all gorgeous, all beautiful. I can't even. I love self-striping yarn. I can't quit it. It's a problem. Okay, so that's from Laura. And then, if you have been hanging around for the last couple of episodes, you know I have accidentally become a Swiftie. I can't help it. Cozy Posy Yarn. She is from, I think she's from Nova Scotia. I'm so sorry for the crinkle. Let me try and remove these. Sorry. So Cozy Posy had a Taylor Swift whole theme of all of her eras, and this came with it. It's a postcard. And there was some Taylor stickers that came. And I couldn't pick what to get. I couldn't pick. So I ordered these like 2 months ago, like I think back in March. I went with Enchanted, a sweater quantity of Enchanted. I love purple. Purple is one of my favorite colors, and there's like pops of pink. I love these. So this is Enchanted. It is a sweater. It will be a sweater in the future. And then because I do a lot of test knitting for Nancy, and I love to knit socks, I wanted some colorways that would work for test knits and would kind of show the pattern off. So this is Love Story. Also, I love Taylor yarn. Like, I can't. And Canadian Dyer, I love it. This is Love Story. I love this one. It's Cruel Summer. And this is Wildest Dreams, which I also love. I almost got this in a sweater quantity. This was like the two I was deciding between, and I had the hardest time. So I really could not pick which one I liked, and I felt like if I only got the sweater quantity in one skein, that like there was just so many I was leaving behind. So these three came home with me. They're going to be socks. This might have to get cast on soon. It's summer. I have to, right? Anyways, that is it for purchases and stash enhancement. Nancy was so kind, and she did some shopping for a few of us at Nit City Toronto. We're spoiled. That I haven't gotten, and I probably will get that the day of Deborah's trunk show maybe. So I'll show you what I grabbed there soon. But other than that, we have been doing some reading and watching. We watched Fallout, which everybody has probably already seen by now because it was really popular. And that was, I think, on Amazon Prime. I loved it. I was like confused, but I think I was supposed to be confused. I loved that. Right now I'm watching the O.J. Simpson documentary with Adam. And I feel like that is it. We are doing the 52 blind dates with a movie. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, but if you do, it's little scratch cards, and you pick the category like action, adventure, drama, thriller, romance, comedy, and it's covered and you scratch it off, and then the movie that you watch is a surprise. So far we have seen Shawshank Redemption, had never seen it, loved it, don't know what was waiting, what took me so long to watch it. It was so good. We saw Airplane. I liked it. Adam loved it because he loves that kind of humor. I'm glad to have finally seen it so that I get the like don't call me Shirley references now. And last weekend we watched Casino Royale, which is a Bond movie, which we've seen before. I think we might watch one tonight, so I'll keep you posted on that. Really, really liking it now. And it's kind of forcing us to watch some things that we never would have watched before or just weren't in the mood for, and we're really, really enjoying it. So 4 books. I am at 25 out of 60 books. That's my Goodreads goal, which I am on Goodreads, and I will put down below. I would love to see what you're reading if you're a reader, because I love suggestions. So I'm at 40% of my goal. I'm a little ahead of schedule. I have read Ward D by Frida McFadden. It was okay. The Coworker by Frida McFadden. Again, those 2 weren't my favorite Frida McFadden books, and I quite like her books. I'm almost done all of them. I enjoyed them, and they were thrillers, but they didn't just like grip me. They were enjoyable. I listened to them on audiobook. I liked them, and I would recommend them. But they're not like, if you're looking for like a blindsided page turning thriller, these are just like a thriller you watch or you listen to while you're like doing the dishes or working on your crochet granny stripe blanket. I finished Yours Truly and Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. I really liked Yours Truly. I really liked Just for the Summer too. This is her newest release. If you are looking for a lighthearted beach read, summer, fluffy romance, this is not that. Loved it, but I went in thinking this was like just a light summer read. It is not. It is not. No, I would not say it is. Maybe somebody else would have a different opinion. I would not say it is. It has a lot of trauma. It has a lot of PTSD. It has heavy subject matter, which is all really good. And I really liked the book. I just was expecting it to be like a light beach read. And then I was like, what is going on here? It was very good. I thoroughly enjoyed it and I would recommend it. It's just, it's not a summer light beach read like I thought it was. And maybe that's probably on me that I assumed that just from the cover. I made an assumption, and you know what they say. Yeah, it was really good, but it was heavier than I expected. So I finished Yellowface by R.F. I'm not even gonna, I'll put it down below. I'm not even gonna say it because I'll say it wrong, and I don't want to do that. This was good, but I don't know about you guys. I listened to this one on audiobook, and I get like secondhand embarrassment, like when there's something cringe going on, like I get uncomfortable and I'm like, oh. So I had to pause this a couple times because I was so uncomfortable with what the main character was doing, that I had to take a little break. But I think that shows that the author did such a good job at making you feel that way. Like, her writing was so good that I felt uncomfortable, and I should, because it was a story about a white woman stealing her Asian coworker's book. And I was uncomfortable, and I think that is the point the author was trying to make, and she did a great job at that. But yeah, I really liked the book, but it was definitely, oh yeah, I had to pause it a little bit here and there just because I was like, how is this person doing this? Like, what is going on? But it was really good. So what else did I read? I read the Playing for Keeps series by Becca Mack. Really good. Smutty hockey romance. You Shouldn't Have Come Here. Geneva Rose. That was a thriller. I also enjoyed that one. Right now I'm reading, I think it's called That's Not My Name. I'm only 10% into it. And so far it's okay. It just hasn't gripped me yet. And I'm looking for my next light summer beach read that is actually a light summer beach read, because I just need a little fluff, a little romance, a little sunshine to sit on my back deck and read. So if anybody has any thoughts, let me know. I think that is it for today. I'm going to wrap this up, say see you later, head outside to the gazebo, work on my socks, maybe cast on my sweater. I hope you're having a great day. Thanks for catching up with me, and I will see you next time. Bye.